Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Outdoorman. I'm Brad, your host, and today we're going to be working on not this, but a Yardworks ride-on lawnmower. You might have seen a wash-up video on that thing. I haven't even started to see about the service yet. I just know the gas is not gas color, and there was a lot of heavy debris buildup around that machine. The oil smells like fuel, so we know there's a carburetor issue. I don't know if the fuel pump works, so we're just going to go out there, take a bunch of stuff apart, steal the battery out of this thing, I guess under here, stick it in that thing and see if it cranks, see what happens. Yeah, so let's get outside, go see this machine, and then start tearing it apart. Here she is. What a beauty. Scrub up turned out pretty good. We got some lenses to put in there. So let's start with pulling this hood off. See what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on a little preemptively because I know it's going to be a little grungy in there. You want to look around? There's the pump. Horrible fuel filters. Don't use those. There's our old light. Yeah. We have one. This is what we're working with. Never worked on one of these before. So I usually have a couple empty boxes with a magnet thing in it. Things don't get too lost. Seamers. Need a wrench for that. I just keep all the stuff together. There's our air filter. It's rusty. It's been sitting, but a pair of needle nose. What should we start taking apart here? Let's take apart the fuel line. Part of the reason we're on plywood today, just in case I spill. That looks thick, that gas. It's very thick. Some smaller ones. Let's do it this way. Twist. There we go. Get all that gas out of there. New good. And we'll be replacing this fuel line. Let's tuck that up and out of the way for now. It's got something here. It's got a couple wires. We'll take care of that. How does this work? Oh. Works just like that, I guess. Okay. There's our two little connectors. Oh, that's nasty. I'm not sure if you saw that gunk coming out of there. Look at that. It's just disgusting. So you know what we're actually going to try to do here? It's probably a 1/2 inch. I'm actually going to try to take this apart right here and give it all a good clean. There we go. What do we got? It's not too bad. Interesting gasket. It's all plastic. There we go. Here's the bowl. So we're gonna go give this a good carb clean. We'll give that a good spray. Put that pin back in. All right, pin in. Gasket. One deer tay bowl. Look at that. Let me take a bunch of this off by hand. Look at that. What is not a lot inside. So let's hope that this cleans up nice. Not sure what that is. We'll get some carb cleaner. What's that? Nice chunk. Let's go through there. Alright, one more spray. And I'll get this guy. This black stuff off. That seat might be toast. There. Gasket doesn't seem in too bad a shape. Lots of stuff coming off, but yeah, something like that. Let's get this backfire valve here. Take a half inch. I didn't spray anything up here. One thing I wanted to do. All right. And this guy was up something like this. That's it. I'm going to undo this oil. Let's give it an oil change before we start turning things around, turning the engine around. So as for an oil change, you can undo that one. You can use this one. And this whole thing also, this whole piece pops out. So let's see what happens when I just pull this. Nothing. So I'm pretty sure this whole piece, if you can see that? So I think if we press, turn, you know, it's probably gonna go everywhere. There we go. Yeah, well, so I don't usually do this. I usually use the fluid extractor and just suck it out bit by bit. But that's another option. So you got one here, you got this thing here, or you can just use a fluid extractor and suck it out of here. I'll loosen that so it'll come out faster. It's all in the bin. We got oil. All right, let's let this pour out a little bit. Now I'll go get some fresh stuff. Flow, baby. Flow. So as we wait for this to finish dripping out, I flushed some new oil through it too, just to push all the remnants of the old crap out. So it's got some new fresh stuff in there. Right now we're just gonna pull this fuel tank out, get her clean. Pretty sure this thing's just zap strapped in. There's that. So I'm gonna hit this with the hose. We'll hose it off and then I'll pour some fresh gas in here. It's actually not that bad inside. If you can see it. It's not that bad in there. Quick hose. Okay, so swap out this fuel line here. Yeah, this is probably original. I'll grab some new stuff. Make sure it's the same. Nice and straight. Take your time. Don't snap the nipple off. So that's our original length. We'll go a little longer. You can always cut it again. Now I should be able to use this ring. Spot on. Still got to clean this tank out. Gonna put a shutoff on there. I'm not gonna put a clip because it's temporary. Now it's off. And put some gas in there to clean it. Cap her off. Now remember, this is a vented cap, so it can splash and get everywhere, but that's how That's how poor these shutoffs are. Is that shut off? Give it a wiggle waggle. I'm gonna put it in a receptacle. Shut that off. Now we got one clean tank. We're all capped off. Fairly cleaned up. So now we're gonna go set up here and add some oil. So this is what we're gonna be using today. Just happen to have a bunch of it in the garage from working on the truck. I don't recall how much this unit takes, but I usually take a good amount. Have a little check. Add. You can do that. Whoa. Okay, I don't know how much just came out there, so we're not gonna go too crazy. See a little bit of liquid down here. I'm assuming that's for me spraying it, but suck that out. Have a whiff. Oh, that smells, yeah, like starting fluid. I think he was trying to get it going. Holy cow. Breathe deep, buddy. Breathe deep. I was also trying to turn this over by hand, which you kind of can. It's very, very tight. But then listen. Hear that? Starter. Stuff in the starter. So we're going to pull this cap off before we monkey around, because I think that starter is stuck. I think the gear is stuck in the flywheel. It's not much of a crank doing that. Let's let it settle for a minute. I can't quite tell. While we do that, put a little bit of fuel in here. Just a little. Don't need much. It's just enough that sucks out. We just want to see some spits. That's all. This is another issue we're gonna have to come across. Can you see all that oil buildup? Especially in there. See all that? It's leaking. There's your exhaust. There's a whole bunch of oil. Fire, anybody? Oh wait. Yeah, so we're gonna have to pop all this off. All right, guys, let's check the spark plug. I'm dying to know. Filthy. BPR6ES. I do not think I have one of those. I may have it in Champion. I'll have to look it up. It reeks. It's super wet. I think because he had it, he was trying to get it going. I think he was spraying a lot of starter fluid in it. It was having a problem. Let's pull this off. Good old 8 mil. Probably all would have come off as one piece. That's all right. Just gonna shove this in here so we don't get any stuff down there. A few 10 mil. That one's much longer. Keep it separate. Look at that. Clean that off. That was the bolt we're going after. Look at the schmutz. Yeah, we're gonna have to give that a bit of a spray or something. Anyway, let's pull this shroud off. Well, it's not great, but I almost thought it would be worse. Should we see what happens? don't think that's supposed to engage the whole time. Check our gas at the same time. So foot on the brake, gas, PTO off, seat on, neutral. So it should at least try. Now, there's a pump. Whoa, you hear that? Okay, it's pumping, that's good. So when I hit it, the pressure from the crankcase going around engages the fuel pump, and then you can see if you're getting fuel out of there. Something doesn't sound too healthy in there. Sounds like a starter issue. That is very, very wonky and loose. Look at that. Oh, will it fart for us? Oh, we got no spark plug in right now. We'll see if I have a compatible spark plug. All right, we put the spark plug back in. I should give this actually. I'm gonna get some lubrication, shoot some in there, see if that helps. But I still think that's pretty wobbly. I don't know. Let me get a little bit of lube here first. Got a little spritz here. So we're gonna pull this up, get some in there. Wish I had the stick, but it is what it is. See if we can get her to fart. Spray. Turn. All right, it'll live. Signs of life. We'll get another can. We'll spray underneath that, and we'll get it to underneath there. Look at this mess. Look at this. I think I'm gonna go get the compressor. We'll clean this out, and then I'll pull this off, and we'll see if we can just throw a little RTV in there, seal her up. All right, stand by. Better. A lot better. I don't think we're gonna need that. Come on, compressor. All right, let's pull this off now. They look to be the same length. So which side was it? Yeah, right there. See the smushed gasket? See? All nice. Smushed. So oil was getting pushed up against here and out. So I think what we're gonna do is clean this up, clean this off. This side seems to be okay. It was just here. So I think we'll just put a bunch of RTV on there, seal her back up. The plate seems about all right. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave that. But we are gonna clean this all up and RTV it. So I'll wipe this off, put some black goo on there. We're gonna slap that back on. Stand by. All right, guys, this is what we ended up with. Looks good everywhere here. And this is where it was folded out. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this back on. Sure the edges are all clean. Had stuff because that was our culprit right there. Not actually sure what the torque spec is on this, so feel free to drop a comment. I'm gonna go tight, but not too tight. Not too tight? No good. Just remember, you're going into cast aluminum. There we go. It's just missing some paint. Thought it was mud. I'm gonna spray a little bit of stuff in here, and then we're gonna button this all back up. I'm not gonna start it probably till tomorrow. We'll let this seal up for about 24 hours. Got a little of this stuff. Got the nozzle on there. Now we're gonna try to get right up and in there. Might have been a little excessive. That's all right. All right, we're back on a new day. Let's reassemble this thing. Looks like a bit of a mess right now, but won't take long. This is a funny size, this one. So, let's go in here. Let's go in there. That's right. Now, that's right now. That. Fuel line back on. Let's put that air box back on. So we got the breather, and we cleaned it all up. So the breather here. Add that up on there. And 11 mil. There we go. There is a gasket in between here, so make sure you don't crush it. It goes on smooth. Now we still have access for this. I believe it was this little guy. T8. And that'll let you adjust your idle, and you can also do it from here and behind this lever. So it's coming up 24 hours on this valve cover seal repair. We took it off, that one with the squiggly gasket. So that's doing good. The oil doesn't look like it's been leaking. It's a lot cleaner than it was. Everything seems smooth. These lights, if this machine works, we're gonna do something about stealing some ground off of here, and I believe power from here. We're just gonna reuse this for now. Just got a few little bit of rust from condensation, but it's in good shape overall. Again, don't want it to be too tight. Okay, so we're all hooked up. Everything's looking good. These aren't touching each other. We should be fine there. I'm not even sure if those are hooked up. Throw some fresh gasoline in here. Give it a crank. See if she'll run. Nature's finest. Enough to get us going. All right, moment of truth. Fuel on. Oil. Fuel. Pardon me. Oh, this thing's getting stinky in the sun still. Whew, it was from a barn. Neutral. Choke. Stuff's off. Give it a little snort maybe. For the time being. Come on, baby. Starter don't sound too happy. That's for fucking sure. That's a for sure. So we're getting fuel. It's getting down to there. Means we're going to run into carburetor issue. Nothing. So we're going to double check in here. Make sure we're actually getting fuel. Terrible for leaving the key on these particular machines anyway. starter is stuck. Okay. See if we got any fuel in the bowl. Oh, no fuel in the bowl. That's not helping. Plastic piece of shit. Come on. Let's see if we get fuel. Got fuel yesterday, so that would mean the pump's bunged up. We got fuel. And that starter's on its way out. It's not that hot. What is going on here? So, let's open this one more time. And would you look at that? Nothing. So we're not getting any fuel. So can't blame the carburetor yet. That's going to lead us to this guy. Take him off and clean him up. Yeah, he's got to come off. So we're going to go get a screwdriver and take that apart. We'll have a little look-see.
Take this apart. There you go.
I'm not sure if there's going to be a spring in here or not.
One layer.
Not too bad. Definitely seen worse. Let's give this a little spritzeroo. This is going into your crankcase, so you don't really want to get oil or carb cleaner in it. Brake cleaner, whatever you're using. There we go. Again, it's not terrible. Just might not be good enough. I think he's got this all messed up. In, out, this. I think he's got these all backwards. Out, in, nothing. Coming in the out, breathing in there, and trying to get fuel into here. Well, that might be our problem. Part of it. I think I'm going to switch these lines around and see if we have some better success. I think the starter's still going out on this bad boy anyway. Yeah, switch these lines out. Makes sense now? Fuel coming in, fuel going out, and there's a breather to the crankcase with no arrow. There's a crank. I gotta go get a new hose. This isn't long enough. I think that makes more sense. So I'm gonna screw this back in, and then we're gonna give it another shot. All right, those arrows look better to you? Fuel coming in, fuel going out, nothing. Crankcase breather. Let's crank this over. I don't know if this is gonna solve our issue, but now I think we're gonna run into a battery issue. I left the battery on again. Oop. Sounded better. Got any fuel down here? It's not good. Bad pump. That's my assumption. Bad pump. I wonder, I have a Briggs one. I wonder if that would work. We try something out. We might just have to. All right, high hopes, low expectations. See what happens here. Starter is not happy. Starting to slow down on us. Well, I guess number one, is it even coming out here? The answer is yes. Number two, is it coming out here? Oh, we got a teeny bit. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, we got a little extra juice. Let's try her. We know we're getting some fuel. Starter is definitely on its way out. Just keeps getting stuck. Let's see how much this is turning out. It's coming out. So if the bowl's getting full, it's not getting past, it's a carburetor issue. And that means the fuel pump is working, at least to an extent. Fuel to there, but it's not coming up. So we had a fuel pump issue, now we got a carburetor issue. Defeated for the day. Let's go order some parts. Or else we're gonna disassemble this thing 4 parts. Not sure which direction we're going yet. Well, one final crank. That's that starter. So, puts us to today's topic. This is not getting fixed. This machine will be parted out, as like some others. Because the time you actually break down what it's going to cost to get this thing running properly, it's going to be a couple of belts, a carb kit, a starter, a new plug, and some peripheral wiring, lights, etc. So you're looking at roughly just under $200 plus tax, Canadian dollars. The deck on this thing is going to be going to a Toro mower that I think I have another video on, so you should check that out. I do believe there is another video for that. This is going to be part of a red and green package. As for this, it's just going for parts. So by the time we sell the wheels, the rims, the fuel tank, the seat, the hood, and the rest of it, we're going to get over $200. So it's either spend $200, we're not going to have the deck because we're going to transport that to another machine. So we spend $200 to try to sell this tractor for maybe $400 or $500 if we're lucky, or make 200 something dollars off of this, part it all out, have some peripheral stuff and extras for another machine. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's unfortunate. I really thought we were going to have a runner here, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. You got no one to fix them. You got no one to part them. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks so much. Hope you learned something. I definitely know I did. And off to the parts yard. All right, onward and upward. Get outside, have some fun. Thanks so much.